Welcome to Bello Field, where today the Tufts Jumbos play host to the 16th ranked Amherst Mammoths. The Jumbos are looking to respond in a big way after 3 straight one-goal losses. I'm Riley Daniel, and alongside me for today's pivotal game is Ariel Weinstein. Ariel, how important is the game today in terms of the Jumbos' postseason hopes?
Well, Riley, this is one of 3 remaining conference games for both of these teams, and the outcome of this game could likely determine how the seeding works out for the NESCAC tournament in 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's a really great analysis. Right now, we're actually coming to you a little early as we are going to air live on JumboCast the senior night festivities as we are honoring our 10 graduates.
NESCAC women's soccer matchup between the host university, Tufts Jumbos, and the visiting Amherst College Mammoths. Today is Seniors Day for the Tufts women's soccer program. We would like to take a moment prior to the game to recognize 11 team members who are in their final season with the Jumbos. This group has enjoyed great careers at Tufts. They contributed to 3 straight NCAA tournament berths earned by the Jumbos in 2017, 2018, and 2019, including a Sweet 16 appearance in 2019. They were part of the NESCAC tournament finalist team in 2017 and the conference regular season first place team in 2019. Last year, this group were among the leaders who guided the team through a canceled season due to COVID, keeping the attitude positive and the team's sights set on getting better every day. NESCAC, their 2,130 starts and have scored 58 goals with 44 assists for 160.
This year. Started every game this year. Chicago.
Number 7, Melina McDevitt.
McDevitt's been a big. Kylie Metcalf, number 11, she's been amazing since coming from Fort Collins College. Been a rock at the back since her sophomore year.
Number 3, Lily Sykes.
Lily Sykes from Foxborough, Mass. has been a consistent presence as a pivot in the midfield.
Number 13, Sophia Wallach.
Sophia Wallach, also coming from Bethesda, Maryland, from Wenham, Mass, has been inspirational and has led this team through some tumultuous games and some injuries where she played with Callie Scala.
We are also pleased to be joined today by our Team Impact teammate, Emily Matarisi.
Impact is game. And we will get set for what looks to be the most pivotal game remaining on both of these teams' schedules. Ariel, what happens if the Jumbos win this game? What does it do for their season?
Well, if the Jumbos win this game, it could set them up to be in the top 4 seeds for the NESCAC tournament, which means that they would host the opening games of the tournament rather than having to travel away. So this is a big deal for them, and they definitely will want to come out on top today.
Yeah, absolutely. Big game. This Amherst team is a ranked team, so they're not a team you want to trifle with, but Tufts hasn't been playing great of late, but it's been kind of unlucky.
Yeah,
3
a lot of
one-goal losses.
close games in the past few weeks.
I mean, 5 goals flips, and this is still an unbeaten team, so.
Thanks, Colin.
Both teams are now going to line up. We're going to get ready for the playing of the national anthem here at Bello. As you can see, Emily and her sister Megan are lining up with the Jumbos for the national anthem, really showing how much of a part of this team she really is.
At this time, we ask you to please rise, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racial, sexist, homophobic, or other derogatory comments or other intimidating actions directed at officials, spectators, student athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the site of competition. Thank you.
Welcome back to Bello, where we could be looking at the very last NESCAC home game for these 10 graduating seniors. And what a graduating class this has been. Huh, Ariel? I mean, they've just been transformational.
Yeah, we're going to see a lot of these seniors starting for the Jumbos today, and a lot of them are going to be the reason that this Jumbos team comes out on top or doesn't today.
Jumbo's starting lineup is as follows. Kaylin Logue will be starting in net today with a back four of Kylie Metcalf, Tookie Wilson, Callie Scala, and Jordan Kushner. In the midfield, it'll be the two seniors, the double pivots, Stephanie DeLeo and Lily Sykes, with Maddie Perro in front of them. And up front, going with three, Margot Meir and Liz Reed on the wings, and Nick Summers up top. For Amherst, Fisher is in net with Nam, Huang, Zhao, and Patience Kum making up the back line. In the midfield is Landau, Ralph, Fika, and Hollingsworth with Hasty and Juarez up top. It's a very dangerous Amherst team. Haven't lost since they played Hamilton a month ago, which is a Hamilton team that came in and beat this Jumbos team in a game that the Jumbos probably should have won, but a couple bounces went against them.
Right.
Summers getting ready to kick off. And Jumbos kick off back to Lily Sykes. And now to Jordan Kushner. Played looking for the feet, and it'll pop wide to Liz Reed. Liz Reed into Lily Sykes. And now it'll be controlled by Kylie Metcalf. Kylie Metcalf in the middle. Lays it off, looking for DeLeo, who tries to find Margot Meir, but can't. And now here comes Hasty. And now it is Patience Coombe on the wing. And that'll be controlled, looking down the line by Hollingsworth, but is unsuccessful. Cut out nicely by the Jumbos. It'll go as far back as Ralph, who will then play Hollingsworth into the feet of Fika. Fika down the line looking for Hasty and Patience Coombe. Coombe against Jordan Kushner. Jordan Kushner will keep that in, win it back for the Jumbos, and play Liz Reed.
Really
Liz Reed
nice.
Tries to flick it on, no one there, and it'll pop out to Ralph. Only as far as Lily Sykes, who then finds Maddie Perro. Maddie Perro flicks it on, looking for Summers. Laid off nicely for Maddie Perro, and here come the Jumbos. Maddie Perro lays it down, and Liz Reed can turn and run on that left wing. Liz Reed with runners in the middle. She has Amir and Wallach in the box. Great ball from Liz Reed, looking for Margot Meir. Just flicked on wide there from Nick Summers. It'll pop towards the far side, and DeLeo will let that run for a Jumbos throw. Overruled by the referee. Apparently that was off of a Jumbo last, so it'll be an Amherst throw.
Really good run by Liz Reed down that left side, and a really good ball in. It just took a little bit too high.
Ball out of play off of Amherst. It'll be a Jumbos throw to be taken by Callie Scala. Callie Scala looks for Margot Meir. Margot Meir fighting for it and wins it back. Margot Meir lays it off for Callie Scala. This kick will be taken by Fisher. Now Tookie will not tries to get around Margot Meir. Margot Meir forces that out for a Amherst throw.
Good defense by Wilson on that right side of the Jumbos defense, forcing Hasty to turn around and cut back.
For sure, good. Another throw here for the Mammoths. Throw in to Natalie Landau, and that is off of a Jumbo for yet another throw to be taken by Nam. Nam in looking for Hasty. Hasty trying to turn. Cannot, and it'll be won out nicely by the Jumbos, only as far as Julia Ralph. Maddie Perro forces it nicely out for a Jumbos throw. This one will be taken by Callie Scala. Callie Scala, Margot Mir with a nice turn and they'll send it. Summers will turn and run, but it'll only get as far as Zhao. Nicely stepped there by Stephanie DeLeo, and now Maddie Perro can look to send in Liz Reed. Ball bounces weird, it'll pop to Summers. Summers plays it wide. Liz Reed will have to come back to possess. Liz Reed cannot quite keep that in as that ball was a little bit behind her. Throw to be taken by Amherst. Jordan Kushner now to take the Jumbo's throw.
She was inside the field when she threw it.
Amherst arguing a call, even though they're
A little bit of
defending.
confusion on where the sideline is there.
Yeah, well, I don't think throwing it in 2 feet inside of the out-of-bounds line is going to make you many favors.
No.
Now it will be an Amherst throw. This one to be taken by Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth into Juarez. And now tried to be won by Patience Cone, but could not. Maddie Perro trying to play Summers. Summers cannot quite turn, and Juarez will play it back to Huang. Huang nicely laid off for Fika. Fika down the wing for Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth cannot quite keep that in. It'll be a Jumbo's throw. Kushner. Maddie Perro now. Maddie Perro with the defender on her back. Plays it nicely to Lily Sykes, who has space. Lily Sykes has space, has no runners, though. And now we'll look to swing it for Margot Amir. Lily Sykes put that a little behind Margot Amir. Margot Amir cannot quite keep that in, and that'll quickly be taken by the Mammoths. Down the line looking for Hasty.
Has to be
Not quite
retaken. There was a ball on the field there.
Throw now taken, looking once again for Husty. Trying to turn around Callie Scala and does. Gets to the byline. Callie Scala forces it out. That'll be a Mammoths corner.
Both teams having a roughly equal amount of possession, making some good runs down these sidelines, but nobody really attacking the center of the field yet. No shots on goal from either team.
Sophia Fika to take this corner with her right foot. Look for an in-swinger. Mammoths lining up at the back post. Ball in towards the back post. Free header there, and it is off the crossbar, bouncing around and away. And here come the Jumbos now. Maddie Perro with it. Maddie Perro has Summers and Liz Reed in front of her. Can she put
Got
the
a
through ball?
3-on-2.
Maddie Perro tries to send
Oh.
Liz Reed, ball deflected nicely by the Mammoths. Maddie Perro now fighting 1-on-4 and cannot possess the ball. So it'll pop free. Try to send a through ball and it'll come all the way back to Kaylin Logue, who can reset for the Jumbos. Kaylin Logue punts it, looking for DeLeo. It'll instead be controlled by Amherst. Hasty trying to play Natalie Landau. Natalie Landau tries to lead it off for Patience Coombe. Patience Coombe is in. That is in the back of the net, but she is offsides. Good job of the Jumbos playing the high line there and forcing the offsides.
Patience Coombe looks like she's coming up a little bit. She looks like she might have picked up an injury there on that last play.
Yeah, I think you're right. Kaylin Logue to take this. Over the head, Margot Mir turns and runs now. Margot Mir flicks it on nicely for Liz Reed, who comes to support. Liz Reed now cuts back in onto her left foot and takes space. Liz Reed with a shot. Liz Reed towards it. Ooh, just running a little bit too far to the left
wide.
there. Good idea from Liz Reed. Just couldn't quite execute. Quickly taken by Amherst. And now tries to play a good pressure there by the Jumbos, forcing it all the way back to their own corner. And that'll be played looking for Hasty. Jordan Kushner will instead step. Nicely played. And now Patience Coombe will control. Looking for Hasty. Hasty will try and flick it on for Natalie Landau. Natalie Landau trying to control. Heads it around Kylie Metcalf. Looking to have it onto her right foot. Kylie Metcalf gets back to deflect it. And now Tookie Wilson will play it out for a corner instead of a throw. Really well done there by the Jumbos. Quickly taken in. Ball bouncing around. Hasty tries to get a foot on it. Cannot quite control it. Can Hasty keep it in? She cannot. It'll be out for a Jumbos goal kick. Kaylin Logue. That ball hangs up in the air. Marco Amir is fouled while winning the ball, and so the Jumbos have a free kick in their own half. Callie Scala over this one. Callie Scala with a straight ball. Cut out by Suarez, only as far as Lily Sykes. Margot Amir tries to keep it in but cannot, and quickly taken by Nam. Now back, won by the Jumbos. Margot Amir has it, and now she lays it off for D'Elia, who makes a great turn, but gives it away into Patience Coombe, who now plays it behind Natalie Landau, but they have runners. Landau plays it into Patience Coombe. Patience Coombe trying to cut around Wilson. Coombe lays it off for Landau. Landau with a shot saved by Kaylin Logue. Landau trying to cut back, ball bouncing around and away by the Jumbos. And now Liz Reed has it. Liz Reed has a runner, but instead decides to take it herself. She has Maddie Perro to her outside, instead plays it nicely into Nick Summers. Nick Summers lays it off to Lily Sykes, and Lily Sykes can look to send a ball. Lily Sykes over the top looking for Liz Reed. Liz Reed with the run. That ball's hop, and good play there by Fisher to come off her line and get to that, as Liz Reed was waiting on it.
It's a good save by Logue back there, coming out and closing down that angle on Natalie Landau's shot. Otherwise, it would have been 1-0.
Sophia Fika, much to the displeasure of the Jumbos bench, who thought that was a clean play. Fika to take. Fika into Landau. Landau has Hollingsworth and will lay it off. Jordan Kushner there steps. Ball played towards the back post, looking for Hasty. Hasty being forced out by Callie Scala, and it will be forced out for a Jumbos goal kick.
Both teams going end to end right now. Not a whole lot of possessing the ball, but there have been a lot of good crosses and runs down these sidelines.
For sure, for sure. Ball controlled by Marco Amir into Summers. Summers, pressure on her back, is fouled. Nice hold-up play there by Summers. Tookie Wilson to take the free kick. Wilson looking for Summers. Instead it'll pop out. Lily Sykes tries to control. Instead it'll go to Kylie Scala, and now Sykes. And now Amherst trying to possess, and it'll instead be one back. Nam will try and send a ball down the line, looking for the run of Patience Coombe. Patience Coombe on the wing against Tookie Wilson. Coombe's able to keep it in, go around Tookie Wilson. Tookie Wilson pulls Coombe. There's a foul. A yellow shown to Tookie Wilson, and a free kick for the Mammoths. That is what you would call a tactical foul.
Yeah, Tookie Wilson knew that Patience Coombe had her beat inside, and she just wrapped her up with her arms to stop her from getting into that box. Luckily for the Jumbos, the foul is just outside the 18-yard box, so it's not a penalty kick, but
Sophia Fika to take the free kick.
Dangerous spot here.
Ball lofted up towards the back post, over the head of everyone. Juarez will try and control it. Juarez going out, down the wing. Juarez tries to turn around. Jordan Kushner is able to win it wide to Tookie Wilson, but that goes out for a Mammoth throw. Into Natalie Landau. Landau trying to turn on Tookie Wilson. Instead plays it off of Jordan Kushner, where it pops to Kaylin Logue. The Jumbos can reset. Kaylin Logue with a punt, looking for Liz Reed. Instead cut out by Hollingsworth, controlled by Kylie Metcalf, only as far as Ralph. Flicked on by Landau, looking for Hasty. Hasty tries to play in Patience Coombe. Now it pops for Hasty. Hasty trying to get in and get a shot. Forced around nicely by Callie Scala, and Logue's able to collect. Quickly disperses nicely to Lily Sykes, and the Jumbos can look to counter. Jumbos have space down that right wing. Lily Sykes is going to look to send a ball down the line, and she does, looking for Marco Amir. Marco Amir, however, is cut off, and the ball will pop towards the midfield. Controlled by Patience Coombe. Laid off for Fika, but then is cut out by Maddie Perro, who then plays it to Jordan Kushner. Jordan Kushner looks for the feet of Summers, but is cut out by Huang, who will play it out of play for a Jumbo's throw. Kushner quickly takes the throw into Liz Reed. Liz Reed tries to turn, 2 on her, plays it off to Kushner. Kushner back to Liz Reed. Liz Reed drops the defender, but then trips on the ball, and it'll come to Amherst. Tried to play into Patience Coombe, but instead the Jumbos will control with Lily Sykes. Lily Sykes tries to play a player in the midfield, but instead it is turned over, and now Amherst can turn. Ball pops free in the midfield. Stephanie DeLeo fighting for it, cannot control it, so it'll go off of Nam and out for a Jumbo's throw. Throw taken by Kelly Scala, looking for the head of Summers. Instead, it'll pop to Lily Sykes. Sykes now tries to play Summers. Does not get as far. Sykes then heads it, and eventually it'll pop out for yet another Jumbo's throw. Overruled once again. The referees for the second time today have been not on the same page. And it'll be a free kick for the Mammoths, taken by Zhao. Cut out nicely. Ball bouncing around the midfield, controlled by Juarez. Looking for Ralph. Ralph tries to flick it on. Landau's making a run, but Kaylin Logue's off her line.
Really nice by Kaylin Logue to get there before Natalie Landau. She was off her line quickly.
Kaylin Logue looking for Marco Amir. Instead, it'll pop free towards the middle. Maddie Parra tries to win it, cannot. And now it'll be flicked on for Amherst. But Liz Reed is back to possess the ball. Liz Reed with 3 on her back will instead lay it off nicely for Lily Sykes, who will then play it into Kylie Metcalf, who has space to take and run. Kylie Metcalf looking for Summers. Summers gets around the defender. Ooh.
Just
foul
bumped.
called on Summers there. That seemed to be a weak call, and the Jumbos seem to have been in. Quickly taken, and now Fika can turn. Looks to play over the top for Hasty. Hasty turns around Cookie Wilson, but it is once again collected by Kaylin Logue. I don't think she's going to have an easy day. What do you think, Ariel?
Kaylin Logue, I think she's made a couple of really good saves that have saved this Jumbo's back line from a couple of really nice through balls by Amherst. She's made all the right decisions, though, coming out when she needs to.
For sure, for sure. Jumbo's a little bit of high press here. Fisher not sure what to do, instead just boots it looking for Hasty. Hasty tries to turn around Scala, but lets the ball run too far, and it'll be out for a Jumbo's throw. Scala with the throw cut out by Nam, only as far as the same spot for yet another throw. Scala looks for the throw, instead it'll pop. D'Elia with a nice flick. Cannot quite control it. Tookie Wilson misplays it, and now Landau can turn. Now Landau with Patience Coombe running ahead of her. Now Landau forced off of it. Jordan Kushner will take care of it. Plays it nicely to Maddie Parra. Maddie Parra cannot control. Maddie Parra tries to win the ball back. Instead it'll run long. Jordan Kushner will control on her left foot. Jordan Kushner nicely to Liz Reed on the wing. Liz Reed flicks it on to Maddie Parra. Maddie Parra with a good turn. Maddie Parra tries to get around the defense. Cannot. It'll be taken by Ralph. Ralph with Maddie Parra on her back. Now Kushner forces it off of Landau. Now Liz Reed back. Jordan Kushner fighting for it. That is deflected, and it'll be a Jumbo's throw. Kushner quickly into Liz Reed. Liz Reed with a bit of space. Has Kushner wide, and he'll play Kushner. Kushner getting up now for the Jumbos. Kushner looking to put in a ball. Kushner puts in a ball towards the near post, bopping around towards Maddie Parra. Maddie Parra tries to have a shot, and that skids away. Good idea there from Maddie Parra, and that'll actually go out for a goal kick.
She took that with the inside of her foot, and it just sliced off the inside of her foot. It was hard on the volley, though. Tough shot for Maddie Parra.
Yeah, that was an ambitious effort. That would have been one hell of a goal if it had worked.
Yeah.
Fisher with the goal kick. DeLeo and Juarez fight for it. Juarez wins the ball. Now Callie Scala wins the second ball, and now Maddie Parra nicely controls it. Maddie Parra gets around the defender. Maddie Parra cutting in. Held up, and Zhao will be able to take it, and now Fika. Fika for Hollingsworth into Patience Coombe. Patience Coombe with hold-up play here. Forced all the way back by Tookie Wilson, who will now lay it off for Zhao. DeLeo tries to cut it off, instead gets turned nicely by Juarez. Juarez has runners, Lay it off for Fika. Fika for Natalie Landau. Natalie Landau against Jordan Kushner, who forces it out for a throw. Ball being fought for in the corner by Kushner and Landau. Ball in to Juarez. Juarez on the top of the box looks to curl one well wide.
Seems like Amherst has been having a lot more space in this midfield. They've been able to connect some passes and get some shots, some longer shots.
Yeah, I think this is the type of game where you really miss Claire Wilkinson and Hannah Eisenhart, who are faster wingers, less possession-based players. Natalie Landau once again trying to send in Hasty, but off her line is Kaylin Logue to collect. Logue, that ball bounces on. Nicely flicked on by Summers, but there's no runner. It'll be controlled by Huang. Huang only as far as Hasty. Hasty trying to turn around Callie Scala. Callie Scala gets turned by Hasty. Now Hasty goes around her. Tookie Wilson over. Ball in. Cut out nicely by Kylie Metcalf. Good turn by Margot Mir, forcing it all the way out to midfield, where it'll be a Mammoths throw. Throw quickly taken. Jumbos win it. And now it'll pop free Margot Mir. Margot Mir to Maddie Barrow. Maddie Barrow's going to look to send in Liz Reed. That ball is behind him, but Liz Reed tries to turn it. It'll be forced out by Hollingsworth, who was left on her own against Liz Reed.
Looked like that ball got deflected a little bit from Perro to Reed. Otherwise, she might have been in.
Quickly taken. Maddie Perro with the defender on her back. Kylie Metcalf looking for Summers. Instead, that ball will be cut off, and it'll be found by Ralph. Ralph into Patience Coombe. Patience Coombe with a beautiful layoff ball in for Collingsworth. Collingsworth down the line looking for Landau. Gets over the head of Jordan Kushner, but cut out by Kylie Metcalf. Maddie Perro there. Maddie Perro fighting forward against Ralph. Now it'll be Fika against Lily Sykes. Sykes wins the ball, but Fika takes it. Fika sends in Landau. Landau on her right foot. Saved by Kaylin.
Good save at her
What
near
a save by
post.
Kaylin Lowe. Great hit there from Natalie Landau.
Kaylin Logue had her near post covered there. Nothing was going to get by her at that near post.
Once again won by the Mammoths. Cut out nicely by Sykes and Wilson. Summers tries to turn around the defender and cannot quite, as Zhao will force him all the way out, but it'll be forced back to Huang. Huang will look to play one and will to Hasty. Hasty being pushed back by Callie Scala, and now Juarez will control. And now wide to Nam. Nam lays it off, looking for Ralph. Instead it'll be laid off for Hasty. Hasty on the wing, plays it back to Nam. Jumbo's going to force them all the way back here, and it'll be Zhao now.
Amherst with a little bit of possession right here. Starting to string together some passes.
A bad ball cut out nicely by Liz Reed. Liz Reed lays it off. Summers.
Oh.
Summers towards the top of the box. Maddie Perro looks to lay it off for Margot Mir, but is cut out. And now misplayed by the Jumbos, and now here come the Mammoths. That ball by Juarez overhit a little bit, and Kylie Metcalf is able to control it. Kylie Metcalf with a defender on her back. Kylie Metcalf doing a great job of forcing Landau. Landau with a bit of a shove there. Ref doesn't see it, and so it'll be a Jumbos goal kick. Jumbos will make their first sub. It'll be Talia Greenberg coming in for Maddie Perro in a second. Talia brings a little bit of a different dimension. She can kind of possess the ball a little bit more, which is... Did you say they need that a little bit more, Ariel?
Yeah, I think they're trying a little bit too hard to get some of these quick counters, and they're not really working too well. I think they need to try and start some possession and keep some control of the ball.
Jumbos win a free kick in their own half. Kylie Metcalf takes the kick. That ball bounces on, flicked towards Summers. Summers controls. Summers could not quite get it as Zhao made a great play to get that ball, and it'll pop out to Tookie Wilson, who'll flick it as far as Ralph. Ralph misplays it, but the Jumbos can capitalize, and now Liz Reed on it. Liz Reed immediately to Greenberg, who gets her first touch. Greenberg cuts around a defender. Greenberg with another one on her back, looks to play in Summers. Summers, can she get there? No, she cannot. That ball is overhit, and Fisher will get it.
See the immediate impact, though, that Talia Greenberg made. A nice ball, just a little bit too hard for Summers.
Ball over the top. Second ball being fought for by Hasty and Scala, and it'll be one out for a Mammoths throw. Casey Nam to take. Cut out nicely by Scala, but it'll be another Mammoths throw. Throw over the top, looking for Patience Coombe. Patience Coombe, Tookie Wilson misplays it. Now Hasty's trying to get in around her. Tookie Wilson does a great job there. Stephanie DeLeo now will send it.
Good recovery by Wilson.
Over the top there. But that'll run out of play. Quickly taken by the Mammoths. Flicked on, looking for a head. Tookie Wilson now will look to play it, but she cannot keep it in, and it'll be yet another Mammoths throw down that left sideline. Into Patience Coombe. Patience Coombe trying to turn around Callie Scala, cannot, and it'll be a Jumbo's throw. Quickly taken by the Jumbos. Summers try to win it, and instead it'll be won by Margot Amir. Margot Amir lays it off nicely to Sykes. Sykes wide, but that ball is behind Liz Reed, but Jordan Kushner's there. Jordan Kushner now. Jordan Kushner will play it wide to Liz Reed. Liz Reed can turn and run. Liz Reed with a heavy touch. It'll be cut out by the Mammoths. Kylie Metcalf, though, steps on it, and the Jumbos can reset. Kylie Metcalf will take space. Kylie Metcalf has Jordan Kushner. Can Jordan get there? That ball is just slightly overhit as Jordan Kushner looked to have been through there. Throw taken by Jordan Kushner. Fought for by Fika and Kushner. Cut out by Tookie Wilson. Now Lily Sykes with it. Lily Sykes all the way back to Kaylin Logue, and the Jumbos can reset. Kaylin Logue to Tookie Wilson. Tookie plays a nice ball to Jordan Kushner, who has all day on that wing. Jordan Kushner will turn and take space. Jordan Kushner now looks to play in Summers. Summers will now chase. Zhao plays it back to the keeper. That ball is played the keeper with a heavy touch. Summers just misses getting to that. And now Amherst pressed in a little bit. Heavy ball. Good turn there by Fika, but Jordan Kushner cuts it out. It is won by Mammoths for a throw, but deep in their own end.
Oh.
Won by Hasty. Hasty looking for Natalie Landau. Natalie Landau lays it off, looking for Fika, but that ball goes out of play.
Yeah, on that last play, it looked like Summers might have had the goalie Fisher under a lot of pressure, but she was able to get it out to her right back, Hollingsworth.
Liz Reed with a great turn around Collinsworth. And now Liz Reed can turn and run. Liz Reed on her left foot, looking to put a ball in. Liz Reed with a great ball laid across the back. Oh, just behind Talia Greenberg, who could not get the shot. And now the Mammoths can turn and look to counter, but Lily Sykes wins the ball. Lily Sykes wins the ball cleanly, and now Lily Sykes wanted a call, did not get it. Instead, it'll be bounced around. Ball pops to DeLeo. DeLeo with a shot, deflected away. Controlled in the box by the Mammoths. Into Hasty's feet. Hasty tries to lay it off for Juarez. Instead, the Jumbos will reset. Stephanie DeLeo on it. DeLeo to Callie Scala. Callie Scala to Margot Amir. Margot Amir trying to turn. Margot Amir does turn. Forced out for a Jumbo's throw.
Looked like the ref let two calls go, one against Amherst, one against Tufts.
For sure.
We're going to see some
Margot Amir
subs
with a
here.
nice switch there, looking for Talia Greenberg. Talia Greenberg nicely played to Jordan Kushner. Jordan Kushner looking for a runner. Jordan Kushner goes around the defender. Kushner looking to put a ball in here. Jordan Kushner gets to the byline, looks to put a ball in across the box. Ball skied there by DeLeo. It's a great ball from Jordan Kushner.
Going to see a lot of subs here for Amherst, 5 coming in. Stern for Landau.
Abby Schwartz, Maya Shkolnik, Sierra Rosado, and Izzy Genevieve are all in for the Mammoths.
Cats as well up top.
Have you noticed the difference in play, Ariel, since Talia Greenberg was subbed in?
I think a little bit. I think that she hasn't gotten the ball enough to really make an impact in that possession game. But I think that down this left side, they've had a couple of good runs.
Here come the Mammoths. There's a good ball looking for Patience Coombe, who will take it in control, but she falls down, and the Jumbos will take advantage of that. And now here comes Callie Scala. Callie Scott laid off brilliantly for Stephanie DeLeo. Stephanie DeLeo into space, and here is Greenberg on the ball.
Here's Greenberg.
Greenberg has Liz Reed to her wing, and will play it wide to Liz Reed, and Liz Reed can turn and run at Nam.
It's a good ball.
Liz Reed goes around Nam like if she is not even there and will look to put in a ball. Liz Reed on her left foot. Liz Reed across the box looking for Summers, and that ball is played out. Ball still in. Summers will keep it. Back to Greenberg. Greenberg cutting onto her right foot, looks to put in a ball towards the back post, cut out nicely by Miller, and the Jumbos are not able to bounce on the loose touch from Miller.
Some really good runs by Liz Reed and some good balls in, just nobody in the middle able to point them on frame.
For sure, just keep attacking that way. Long punt, nicely taken down there by the player,
Stern.
and it'll be controlled by Kaylin Logue. Kaylin Logue with a good punt. That ball is taken by Summers, who is seemingly taken out, and the referee agrees. And the Jumbos will have a free kick in a nice spot, as it is 40 yards from goal, but dead center. You can play it to either post or try and stand up a ball to get a shot here. Lily Sykes standing over it. I wouldn't be surprised if she plays this really quickly and short to Kylie Metcalf, considering the Mammoths have given Kylie about 20 yards of space.
This might be the time where you might look for the head of Liz Reed or Nick Summers in that
Yeah, they're very
middle.
tall. They're much taller than the Amherst defenders, so you'd think a good stood-up ball could lead to a goal. She will play it short to Kylie Metcalf. Kylie Metcalf will have a hit. That is a dipping ball, and is saved nicely by Fisher. Good idea there. Metcalf just didn't get enough spin on that shot. Big punt there from Fisher,
punt.
as that goes 50, 60 yards, but it'll be controlled by Sierra Rosado. Sierra Rosado looking to send Patience Coombe in down the wing. Coombe will control one-on-one against Kaylee Scala. Scala looks, and it'll come again to Coombe. Coombe now for Sierra Rosado. Sierra Rosado, and now Coombe, and now Alexa Juarez looking to be played in. Ball bouncing around in the box, cleared out nicely there by Lily Sykes. Tali Greenberg now will look to play it towards the wing, and it'll be played out by Nam. Quickly taken by the Jumbos, and it'll be controlled on the wing. Now it'll be played down the line looking for Coombe, but instead it'll run out play, and it'll be a Jumbos throw. This one will be taken by Callie Scala. Jumbos look to be making some subs of their own in a second. Jumbos fighting for it on the wing, and Patience Coombe will control. Coombe, though, plays it out of bounds, and the Jumbos will now make some subs. As in for the Jumbos is Casey Lamb, Lily Kiterling, and Erin Duncan, replacing Margot Amir, Stephanie DeLeo, and Lily Sykes.
Number 20, Erin Duncan, and number 10, Lily Kiterman.
Told you she was going to play.
Looks like the Jumbos are putting in some subs in that midfield area.
Duncan immediately comes in and wins. Ooh, that's a bad call. Quickly taken by Patience Coombe. Coombe trying to turn it around Tookie Wilson. Tookie Wilson having none of that. I'll force it out for a Mammoth throw. Quickly taken, looking for a runner. That is Sierra Rosado, but it'll be forced out nicely by Kiterling. Ball put back in, looking for the head of Lisa Katz. And it'll be caught by Logue, who will play Jordan Kushner. Jordan Kushner now with a lot of space, and she can turn and run. Kushner has space,
Liz Reed.
lays it off, cut out nicely there. And Jordan Kushner seems to have let that get into her head as she did not get back, but Tookie Wilson's there to cover her. Only as far as Ralph. Ralph looking for Katz. Kushner forces it out for a Mammoth throw. This one will be taken by Nam into Lisa Katz. Katz trying to play it on to Schwartz, but it is instead out. Katz tries to lay it off, looking for a runner. Cut out nicely by Kiterling. Talia Greenberg now. Looking for Liz Reed. She wanted Summers to come back. Summers will send it going along. And instead, it'll be taken by the Mammoths. Mammoths control. That is Mammoths controlling there, playing it back nicely. Cut out nicely by Erin Duncan on that wing. Erin Duncan with great work to hold it up, and now Kiterling will control. Kiterling with a nice turn. Cutterling with the defender on her back, tries to turn, instead drops it off nicely for Aaron Duncan. Aaron Duncan down the line, good run. And now we played on looking for Summers. Can Summers get there? No, it'll be forced out nicely by Huang, but the Jumbos definitely putting a little bit of pressure on. Summers forces it out for yet another throw.
Ketterling with some nice control down there, some hold-up play, allowed some possession for the Jumbos. And now they're down all the way down in Amherst territory with a couple of throw-ins.
Played, and now Aaron Duncan with a great turn, gets around, looks to put in a ball. That ball stays on the ground, and it'll be forced out for a Jumbo's throw. Quickly taken in Summers. Summers lays it off. Ball tried to be flicked on, and instead it'll be controlled by Lily Ketterling. Lily Ketterling with a great turn.
Good turn.
Lily Ketterling looks to have a hit, deflected away. Only as far as Rosado. Rosado looks to turn and send a defender. All they can do is boot it up as far as Tookie Wilson. Tookie Wilson controls and will send it right back down the line. Great ball there. That'll stay in, forcing the Mammoths to have to turn and play a dangerous ball across the center of their own back. Jumbo's definitely on the front foot right now. Ball looking for a nice runner, but it'll be cut out, and the Jumbos will take it at midfield with Kylie Metcalf. Kylie Metcalf almost gives it away, and now does give it away to Lisa Katz, but wins it right back. Big play there from Kylie Metcalf. Metcalf into the feet of Aaron Duncan. Aaron Duncan now for Kiterling. Kiterling wide. Looking for Callie Scala. Callie Scala can now attack. Callie Scala into the feet of Talia Greenberg. Talia Greenberg tries to win the ball against Ralph. Ralph takes it, and now we'll look to send in Lisa Katz. Lisa Katz one-on-one. Jordan Kushner getting all the way back to cover, but Tookie Wilson comes from the other wing to get that ball. Tookie Wilson now with the defender on her back. Lisa Katz comes in hard. The ref says play on somehow, and Greenberg will take.
I think the ref was playing advantage there.
Greenberg to Summers. Summers lays it off nice to Kiterling. Kiterling has runners. We'll try and play it down the wing, looking for Casey Lamb. Casey Lamb with a good run, but cut out nicely by Fisher. Fisher to take the goal kick. As a boot, looking for Katz. Jordan Kushner instead wins it right into the feet of Talia Greenberg. Talia Greenberg with a nice turnaround,
Nice
two defenders. Says, get off me to another defender, and lays it off beautifully with the 1-2 there before she's taken down. Nice work there in the midfield by Talia Greenberg.
Looks like the Jumbos are going to set up another long free kick here.
Yeah, it looks like Tookie Wilson's going to play this one looking for the back post. Wilson with a good ball, stood up, looking for the head of Liz Reed. Liz Reed can't quite control it. Instead, it'll be taken out by Amherst, but it'll be played for a Jumbo's throw. Jumbos will make a sub here. It'll be Melina McDevitt coming in for Nick Summers.
Summers been putting in a lot of good work in that center forward position, just not quite able to get on the end of some of these crosses by Liz Reed down the left side.
And now it is McDevitt immediately pressuring it and forcing it out for yet another Jumbo's throw deep in Amherst territory. Liz Reed to take this one right into Lamb. Lamb can't quite control. Instead, it'll be taken by Schwartz. Schwartz now looking for Katz. Instead, cut out nicely by Lily Kiterling to Kylie Metcalf. Kylie Metcalf tries to play a ball down the line, looking for Melina McDevitt, but that ball is overhit, and it'll be out for an Amherst goal kick. Taken quickly to Huang. Huang into Katz. Laid off nicely. And now it'll be Casey Nam. Nam looking for Patience Coombe. Patience Coombe tries to flick it on. Looking for a runner, cut out nicely by Callie Scala. Tookie Wilson. Tookie Wilson fighting for it against Perron. But is cut out brilliantly by Callie Scala. With Coombe on her back. Ref rules that that wouldn't have counted anyway because Patience Coombe was offsides when she made the run. Free kick to be taken by the Jumbos. Unclear who will take it.
Kushner.
Jordan Kushner was going to take it. Now she seems to have been overruled, and Tookie Wilson. No, Kylie Metcalf will actually take this one. Jumbos want this ball played down the line, it looks like. Instead, they decided to play it over the middle. That ball hangs up into the wind, and it'll be won by Amherst into Lisa Katz. Lisa Katz with a nice turn across the middle, cut out brilliantly by Callie Scala, but the ref says off her hand. I don't know how much Scala knew about that, but it'll be a free kick for the Mammoths at midfield. This one will be taken by Ralph.
Some good back and forth play by both these teams, making some good chances.
Ralph with a good ball, looking for the back post run. Said that goes over everyone's head as the Mammoths were not on the same page at all. And that'll be a Jumbo's goal kick. Patience Kuhn will be subbed out.
Sarah Sullivan coming in.
Sarah Sullivan's been dangerous this year with multiple goals, even as a defender.
She looks to be going into that left midfield position or possibly center midfield position.
Callie Scala nicely laid off for McDevitt, who will lay it back off for Callie Scala. And now Callie Scala is just going to dribble because no one's going to step up and play defense. McDevitt, now Erin Duncan. Erin Duncan with a heavy touch, but is able to force it back. Erin Duncan taken down, but she's able to keep forcing it on. And it'll go over the head of Callie Scala, and now Katz will take it. Katz trying to turn against Tookie Wilson. Has a runner in Schwartz down the wing. Instead, she's pickpocketed by Callie Scala, who lays it off nicely for Talia Greenberg. Talia Greenberg then loses the ball. It'll be played wide for Sullivan. Sullivan tries to turn around Lily Ketterling. Does, but plays it back, almost cut out by Liz Reed, and now Nam will just get it up as far as Casey Nam. Casey Nam nicely laid off for Liz Reed. Liz Reed has many runners, including Jordan Kushner, who gets all the way up from that left back spot really quickly to make a run down that left wing. Running around Nam. Jordan Kushner looking to get to the byline, put a ball in. Cuts back onto her right foot. One-on-one against Nam. Second defender coming over looking to help. Kushner looking to put a ball in him with her right foot. Ball flicked on. Popping around in the box. Nam trying to win it in the air. It'll instead be controlled by Liz Reed. Liz Reed with the defender on her back. Liz Reed back out to Kushner. Kushner with the ball. Flicked up towards the back post. Away by the Mammoths, only as far as Talia Greenberg. Talia Greenberg on the right wing. Cuts onto her left foot. Tries to play a ball on the ground for McDevitt. Instead it'll be cut out by the Mammoths and controlled by Katz. Katz plays it back. Mammoths able to slow it down a little bit. Try to play it up. Looking for the runner there. That is Isabel Stern, but Stern cannot quite control, and it'll be instead one out for a throw. Mammoth's going to slow it down a little bit. Let the throw be taken by Maya Schlonik, and they will kind of slow it down as they sense they are under a lot of pressure. McDevitt right on Zhao there, but it is nicely played off by Stern, and a 1-2 for Katz, but that ball went out of play, and the Jumbos will quickly take the throw. Erin Duncan quickly gets the ball, and now here come the Jumbos. Jumbos have numbers as Amherst was caught napping a little bit there. McDevitt, nice, behind Erin Duncan as Jumbos seem to have been in there. Keiderling with good pressure, though, forces them back. And now Erin Duncan. Duncan with great pressure, forcing it, and Greenberg will force another misplaced pass. And the Jumbos will win a throw in on that wing.
Amherst looking to slow things down. The Jumbos hoping to keep up this pace going into halftime. Good passage of play.
Callie Scala sends that one directly off the kneecaps of her teammate Eric Duncan for a Mammoths throw. Quickly taken down the line looking for Lisa Katz. Katz tries to save it, cannot, and it'll be a Jumbos throw. Bit of sloppy play here. Both teams seem to be getting a little bit tired.
Yep.
Keiderling with good pressing there, forcing it all the way back while McDevitt can chase. That ball to Katz, flicked on, but they have absolutely no runners, and the Jumbos can completely reset with Kylie Metcalf. Kylie Metcalf will open up to Jordan Kushner. Kushner cuts into the middle, and now will send a ball over the head looking for McDevitt. McDevitt can turn and run. McDevitt trying to win the ball. McDevitt still bouncing around, forced all the way back with a difficult ball to the keeper. McDevitt will force her to go in, and the Jumbos just missed picking that ball off. Huang will take instead. Huang looking to send a ball down the line, cut out nicely by Jordan Kushner for a Mammoths throw.
There have been a few of those back to Fisher that she's had to deal with from her own team that the Jumbos have almost picked up on.
Jumbo's not happy with the call, but it is an Amherst throw to be taken by Nam. Nam over the head of Kushner. Kushner will win it, though. Kushner gets in with a nice tackle. Taken nicely around Greenberg by Sullivan. And now here comes Amherst. Amherst with a good ball there from Rosado. Rosado looking for Maya Schlonik, but it'll be cut out by Erin Duncan, who tracks back. Erin Duncan cutting in and lay it off for Tookie Wilson. Tookie Wilson with space. We'll just get rid of it out into the stands. Mammoths will take the throw with 2 minutes to go. Quickly taking a long shot, no chance of testing the keeper, and it'll be taken nicely by Logue, who comes off her line.
Katz was hoping for a rebound there, but Logue was not giving her any chance to get.
Nicely into the feet of Kiterling, who makes a great turnaround. Rosado. Kiterling being held by Rosado, and the referee gives a free kick.
We got 2 minutes left in the first half here. Jumbo's looking to get one last big push to maybe get a goal on the board before halftime.
Wilson with the ball stood up, looking to flick on his Greenberg. Greenberg instead wins it wide. Can Aaron Duncan get there? She can. She'll look to put a ball in. Instead she'll cut back onto her left foot. Tries to get around the defender. She'll get pickpocketed, but only as far as Greenberg. Greenberg now gets around the defender. Greenberg looking to put a ball in. Ball bounces free in the box. Miscommunication there by the Jumbos. Callie Scala trying to win it now. And now Aaron Duncan steps. That ball is booted, but it'll be controlled by Kylie Metcalf. Kylie Metcalf with space and time. Metcalf will look to send a ball. Liz Reed through. Liz Reed is through. Liz Reed one-on-one on the keeper. Liz Reed on her left foot. Over the bar. She was onside, it looked like. Great ball there from Metcalf. Liz Reed just could not quite keep that bouncing ball down.
Amherst back line wasn't quite shifted over, and Liz Reed had a whole lot of space down that left side. She just took a touch a little bit too wide, and it forced her shot to go over the bar.
Final minute of the first half. Kushner fighting for that ball, instead cannot. Casey Nam, though, will fight it and force it all the way back here. That ball over the head, looking for Katz. Instead, it'll be cut out by Metcalf, and now it'll be controlled by Casey Nam. Casey Nam with a great ball for Lily Kiterling. Lily Kiterling with a dangerous tackle, but instead the foul is called beforehand against Amherst, and the Jumbos can now send up the bigger bodies with 30 seconds to go, as they know they will get the last chance here in this half. Liz Reed cuts in. Liz Reed lays it off for McDevitt. Nam kind of lets that ball run, and now here Amherst will have with 14. Nicely played by Kylie Metcalf. 10 seconds to go here in the first half. Tookie Wilson will play that ball out of play unintentionally, and that'll end the first half. We are at halftime here at Bello Field with it a 0-0 game in what has been a very compelling first half. What are your thoughts, Ariel, on the first half?
I think this has been what we thought it was going to be. Two teams coming in, both knowing that a win would set them up really well for these NESCAC tournament, and the Jumbos have come out knowing that they need a win coming off these last 3 games with 1-goal losses. They definitely have made some good defensive plays when they needed to, and they've also looked threatening on offense. So hopefully we'll see that continue into the second half, but some really good play from both teams here.
All right, that has been the first half here from Bello. We will be back in a few minutes to bring you the second half of Amherst and Tufts. Welcome back to Bellow Field. Now we're going to hear some information about the special cause we are playing for today. Jumbos want to throw on the left wing. Jordan Kushner to take. It's Natalie Landau. Played in, looking for Hasty. Hasty will try and control it, but instead it'll be won back by the Jumbos. Liz Reed with a great ball over the top, looking for Sophia Wallach. Sophia Wallach pressing high. It'll be controlled nicely by Zhao. Into Hasty. Hasty tries to play a pine. It'll be cut out by the Jumbos. Margot Mir. Margot Mir into Wallach. Wallach tries to turn around Zhao, but cannot. Now here come the Jumbos, once again pressing. Callie Scala here. Now down the line, looking for Landau, cut out by Tookie Wilson. Tookie Wilson. Margot Mir cannot quite keep that in. And it'll be an Amherst throw. For the ball. Hasty trying to win it back. Instead it'll be won by Tookie Wilson. Now to Leo fighting for it. Cut out nicely by Callie Scala. Callie Scala with a good ball over the top. Looking for Wallach. Wallach's not going to press there, but a little bit of an interesting decision there from Amherst to play that. And instead it'll be given away. Margot Mir now. Margot Mir looking to put a ball in. Pops out towards the top of the box. Stephanie DeLeo with a hit.
Just sliced off the outside of her foot there. She couldn't quite get it on frame. It was a tough bounce. But Fisher again with an iffy pass out of the back. Margot Mir was able to put that one in the middle. Just Wallach not able to get on the end of it.
Yeah, they've definitely playing fast and loose at the back. One in the air by Lily Sykes. Now one to Scala. Cleared out by Zhao, and it'll be a Jumbo's throw. Kushner into Sophia Wallach. Wallach with a nice turn. Lays it off nicely for Liz Reed, who tried to play it back to Maddie Perro. Instead, it'll be one back to Wallach. Wallach tries to go around two. Instead, Liz Reed will take. Liz Reed wins the throw. Eric, what'd you think of Amherst in the first half?
I think in the first part of the first half, they had some really good opportunities, but towards the end of that second half, they slowed down.
Lily Sykes with a shot, just wide.
Towards the end of that first half, they kind of slowed down a little bit, and the Jumbos were able to gain some momentum. I think they're looking to pick that up going into the first part of the second half here. Amherst has their starters back in, though.
Goal kick to be taken by Fisher. Hangs up for sure with the wind. Won nicely by Kylie Metcalf. And now Sophia Wallach tries to win it, and does. Back to Metcalf. Liz Reed now controls. Liz Reed's going to cut in and tries to lay it off for DeLeo, but is cut out nicely by Huang. Huang tries to play it in for Hasty. Hasty tries and does get around Tookie Wilson. Now has runners. She has Patience Coombe. Patience Coombe, but is cut out by Kaylin Logue.
Logue with some really good times coming off for a line. She knows when she has to come out for a line to cut out some of these through balls by the Mammoths.
Ball fought for in the air by Sykes and Juarez, and it'll then eventually fall to the feet of Liz Reed, who will lay it off for Wallach. Wallach back to Sykes. Sykes over the top, looking for Stephanie DeLeo to make a run. DeLeo pressuring Huang. Huang will force it out for another Jumbo's throw. Kushner into Liz Reed. Now we'll control again. Kushner looks to put a ball in. It'll get cleared out as far as Maddie Perro. Maddie Perro turns onto her left foot. Will play it wide to Lily Sykes. Lily Sykes with acres of space. Will look to put a ball in. Instead, that's going to end up being a shot over the bar. That looked for a second like it was just going to drop in, but keeper had it covered. Quickly taken by Amherst, and that'll be cut out nicely by Callie Scala. Scala will control. Lay it off nicely for Wallach. A little bit of miscommunication there from the Jumbos, and that'll lead to an Amherst goal kick. Ariel, how big of a factor do you think the wind is?
I think the wind has been a big factor on some of these longer balls into the box and the goal kicks, which is why I think Amherst has started playing them short, although that one didn't work.
Maddie Perro trying to get a shot, cannot. That'll be played wide, out to Margot Amir, one-on-one on the wing. Margot Amir cuts onto her left foot now. Margot Amir with the shot low, deflected up in the air, bouncing around. It'll be won by the Jumbos for a corner. Referee overrules the assistant and says it's a goal kick for the Mammoths. Fisher to take. This one is played long. It hangs up in the air and won nicely by DeLeo. Into Wallach and now wide to Margot Amir. Margot Amir trying to cut around. It does get to the Y line. Crosses the ball in that's deflected towards the near post and keeper off her line to catch it. Fisher with the boot. That one's spinning hard and away. Takes a nice rotation. Jordan Kushner able to win it. And now Liz Reed. Jumbos give it away, but they get it right back with Tookie Wilson. Tookie Wilson will play it wide to Margot Amir on the right wing. Margot Amir one-on-one against Collinsworth. Looks for Sophia Wallach. Sophia Wallach was not on the same page, and now Natalie Landau can go. Won brilliantly by Callie Scala, but Callie Scala is down, and Callie Scala is in some serious pain. And the ref's going to blow this play dead. That does not look good. Horrid sight here at Bellow.
That's not something you want to see for anyone, especially on senior day.
The crowd's giving Callie an ovation as they, along with us, realize that it's very likely this is her last action here at Bellow Fields.
Good sign, though, that she's able to walk off with some help.
You have to wonder if that'll just serve as an extra source of motivation for this Jumbos team. In for her on that wing is Olivia Patz. Jumbos control. Jordan Kushner back. Into the feet of Maddie Perro. Maddie Perro being pressed. Maddie Perro with a nice turn. Looking to play it in to Liz Reed, but Liz Reed was not there. Controlled on the wing by Abby Schwartz. Now over the top, looking for Landau. Landau tries to turn around. Olivia Patz, not happening. Mammoths bench mad about something, but instead it pops to Margot Amir, who will try and win it. And Sophia Wallach now controls it. Sophia Wallach, oh shoot. And now Sophia Wallach is down.
Wallach.
Jumbos are not having a nice senior day, as that is the second senior to go down with an injury. This one seems to appear to be her shoulder.
She just said that she dislocated her shoulder, not something you want to see. Summers is in for her.
Jumbos will now control. Olivia Patz will send it long. Fought in the air. Patz trying to turn. Wins it to Margot Amir. Margot Amir with the defender on her. Margot Amir with a great turnaround. Collingsworth. And is fouled by Collingsworth. Tookie Wilson to take the free kick with a boot and a half. It's going to flick all the way on. Instead, it'll be kicked out, and Margot Amir will control. Margot Amir, 2 defenders watching her. Margot Amir gets around both of them, lays it off nicely. Maddie Perro tries to make a nice flick, instead with a nice turn. 2 on her, lays it off for Margot Amir. Margot Amir stands up the ball towards the back post. Liz Reed with the run. Liz Reed scores! And the Jumbos take a lead here on senior night. Liz Reed.
What a good ball by Amir to that back post for Liz Reed. She saw that she had some space on that back post, and Liz Reed made a great run and was able to put in the
That
header.
is one hell of a way to change the mood here at Bello.
Coming off of 2 injuries to their seniors. Way to flip the script and get some momentum going for the Jumbos. Less than 10 minutes into this second half.
Jumbos immediately looking to continue the pressure. Zhao plays it all the way back to Miller, and Summers will now press. Summers now pressing Huang. Huang laid off for Juarez. Liz Reed now going to press on Shalnick. And now Huang.
That is Liz Reed's 9th goal of the season. She's now tied for the most in the NESCAC.
Jumbos control again. Nicely played all day. Maddie Perro has on that left wing. Maddie Perro dropping Huang. And now laying it off nicely for Liz Reed. Liz Reed to Lily Sykes. Lily Sykes with a hit low. Blocks by that was Zhao before she was fouled by Stephanie DeLeo. And it'll be a free kick for Amherst. Amherst to take. Taken to Huang. Huang looks, but is cut out nicely by Lily Sykes. And here comes the Jumbos. Reed underhit that ball, but it'll be Summers. Now Metcalf will boot it. Margot Amir with a nice turn around the defense. Margot Amir now turns it and plays it to Summers. A big kick there from Collingsworth. She loses the ball, but it'll be won instead by Zhao. Zhao tries to get it down the line, and it is won nicely by Landau, but all the way over is Kylie Metcalf to make the big play.
Jumbos had a good spell of possession there. Amherst dropping pretty deep, allowing the Jumbos some space in the midfield, and they were able to string a bunch of passes together.
Hollingsworth to take the throw. Down the line for Landau. It'll be flicked out of play for yet another Amherst throw. Down the line. Fought for by Pats and Coombe, and it'll be one for a Amherst throw. Throw in towards Landau. Cut out nicely by Metcalf. What's the call? The call is free kick Amherst. Ref saw some sort of push there. That is not a spot you really want to give away a free kick.
Jumbos have a pretty tall wall here, though, with Summers 6 feet tall. She provides a good...
Natalie Landau and Sarah Fika standing over it, but it looks as if Landau's going to have this. Fika drags it. Landau to have the hit. Landau towards the back post. Oh, just wide. Great idea from the Mammoths. Landau dragged that about 6 inches wide of the post.
Logue at full stretch there, not knowing whether that was going to sneak inside her far post, but luckily for the Jumbos, it drifts just wide.
Logue was definitely beat there. Logue to take a goal kick. Nicely flicked on by Jordan Kushner, which will allow Summers to go run and pressure Kwong. Kwong will do all she can, which is force it out for a Jumbo's throw. Kushner to take. Kushner looks for Summers. Summers instead is able to win it out for a Jumbo's throw.
Kushner's had a really good game on that left side. She's been able to shut down those Amherst forwards and also provide the Jumbo some help up top.
Now Summers. Summers whips the ball and looking for Margot Amir. 50-50 ball. Bounces. Pass with a nice turn. And is able to win it to Margot Amir. Margot Amir now can turn. Tries to run around Collinsworth. Collinsworth forcing her inside. Margot Amir fakes outside. fakes inside, and wins a throw. Margot Mir lays it off, looking for Pats, but it is taken out by Hasty. Hasty will win it for a Mammoths throw. Nicely, ooh. Foul there on Olivia Pats for a bit of a shove in the back of Ruth Hasty. And now quickly to take will be Collinsworth. That ball in the air. Won nicely by the Jumbos and now controlled. Maddie Perro looking for Summers. Instead it'll come towards Maddie Perro. Maddie Perro cannot get it. Instead it'll go to Hasty. Hasty looking for a runner. She has a runner in Juarez, but Kylie Metcalf is there. Cannot deal with it though. Second time, she will get it wide and get it out for... Oh no, she cannot get it out. Now she gets it out, only as far as Hasty though. Hasty looking for Natalie Landau. Natalie Landau is offsides and the Jumbos will be able to relieve this pressure.
Metcalf as well has had a really good game as in that center defense, able to shut down most of the Amherst forwards and make some really good clearances.
Low ball there from Tookie Wilson, skids on nicely to Summers. Summers will be able to hold it up and control. Summers with 2 on her back will play it nicely for Liz Reed. Liz Reed will lay it off for Jordan Kushner, and Jordan Kushner will play a beautiful ball into space for Maddie Perro, who will now be pressured. Tries to turn it around Huang, but it'll be out for a Mammoths throw. This one is taken by Maya Schlonick. Schlonick gives it right back. Kushner steps, and now it will be Ralph who plays it back for Huang. Huang tries to control, but instead it'll be taken by Tookie Wilson. Ball being fought for in the air, and it falls to the feet of Summers. Summers lays it off nicely for Maddie Perro, and here come the Jumbos. 2v1 on that left wing. Maddie Perro has Liz Reed and plays Liz Reed on the wing. Liz Reed one-on-one against Schlonick. Liz Reed cuts onto her right foot. Liz Reed in between space. Liz Reed with a shot onto her right foot, just wide.
Really good move to the inside by Liz Reed, but she is left-footed, so the shot was on her unfavored right foot, and it just goes a little bit wide. It looks like she scuffed it a little bit.
Another quickly taken goal kick. Jumbo's once again pressing. Sykes with a good press there. They're able to get it wide to Collinsworth. Margot Mir checking hard. Tookie Wilson steps there and is able to win it out for a Mammoths throw.
Amherst looking to take these dead ball situations very quickly. They know they've got to get an equalizer if they want to
That's a nice
have any
turn
shot
by Margot
here.
Mir, who then is able to win it back for the Jumbos. Plays Summers. Is able to win it a second time, and then a third time. Margot Mir wins that ball 3 times on that right wing, and now comes Summers. Summers lays it off beautifully to Lily Sykes. He uses the ref as a bit of a shield. Plays it wide, switching it to Liz Reed. Liz Reed has runners. She'll play DeLeo. DeLeo with space on that left wing, with Huang coming over to challenge. DeLeo cuts onto her right foot, gets around Huang. DeLeo lays it off for Lily Sykes. Lily Sykes here. Lily Sykes with a shot over the bar.
Good passes of play for the Jumbos. They were able to have a little bit of space with DeLeo and Liz Reed, and Lily Sykes with a great switch that opened things up for the Jumbos and was able to get a shot away.
For sure. Good press here from DeLeo. DeLeo forcing Ralph all the way back, and now Collinsworth will try it. Collinsworth shanks the ball. Sykes is right there, and DeLeo wins it, looking for Summers. That ball is popping up in the air. Liz Reed's going to fight for it. Maya Schlonick misplays it. It'll go out for a Jumbo's corner, their first of the game. Margot Mir to take the corner for the Jumbos. Jumbos lining up at the back post. A lot of height here in for the Jumbos. Good back post ball from Margot Mir. Tried to keep it in. It'll go out for a goal kick. Jumbos wanted a corner, but the ref disagrees. Really quickly taken goal kick to Collinsworth.
Amherst not taking any chances with these long goal kicks with the wind. They're playing it short to their backs.
Problem is they keep giving it away in the back. Now it is Summers who lays it off looking there. Margaret Muir tried to get on the end of that.
Dangerous
Instead, it'll
clearance
come
there
to
by
Fika.
Hollingsworth.
Fika plays it wide, looking for Patience Kuhn, but is cut out brilliantly by Jordan Kushner. Kushner now going to run. Kushner just keeps running. Eventually gives it away, but forces Amherst all the way back into their own net. Fika will reset, and the Jumbos are able to get numbers behind the ball, and Amherst plays it out for a Jumbos throw. Kushner controlled by Reed, back to Kushner. Kushner into DeLeo, now Matty Perro. Matty Perro gives it away, taken by Juarez. Now it is Collinsworth looking for Ruth Hasty, but is cut out nicely with a sliding tackle by Olivia Pats.
Good cover by Pat on that right back position, coming in for Callie Scala.
Tookie Wilson fighting on that wing against Natalie Landau, and it is taken by Natalie Landau. Cuts it into her right foot, swings the ball in towards the back post. Free runner in head, and it is in by Patience Coombe. The referee says good goal. The Jumbos wanted a foul against them, but it is 1-1. Amherst evens it up. Patience Coombs once again on the score sheet.
And Coombe with the second most goals on the team for Amherst as just a freshman, getting the tap-in goal at the end there.
That was a great ball in there from Natalie Landau, and balls like that lead to goals. Margaret Muir with the defender on her back. Margaret Muir off the face of Collinsworth. Collinsworth will take it, though. Ruth Athley tries to play it into Landau, cut out by Tookie Wilson. Tookie Wilson down the line looking for Summers. Summers is going to force Huang all the way back to the keeper. Keep back off to D'Elia. Wide to Marco Amir now. Marco. And now Liz Reed will take. Liz Reed has runners and said, let it run.
Really
in. Hollingsworth to take. Corner and Tookie Wilson control.
some big.
Out as far as Matty Perro. And now Margot Amir to Matty Perro again. Matty Perro tries to play Margot Amir, cut out nicely by Hollingsworth. Liz Reed, one-on-one against Nam. Trying to get back, here's Fika. Liz Reed just going to go right by her. Liz Reed looking to put a ball in instead, win a corner for the Jumbos. Margot Amir's going to come over and take this one. The Jumbo's high-strung pace seems to be working as Amherst seems to be a little bit gassed.
Second corner of the second half for the Jumbos. They didn't have any in the first half, which shows that they are getting some pressure on that Amherst back line.
Great ball in here from Margot Amir. Free header. It bounces around and goes just wide, but it'll be another Jumbo's corner.
Looked like that came off of Claire Nam at the back post there from Amherst.
Summers definitely got a head to it, but it was deflected before Metcalf could redirect that into the near post. Liz Reed to take this one from the right side.
Isabel Stern.
In-swinger whipped in towards the near post. Jumbo's control with Kylie Metcalf. Metcalf looking for Summers. But Keiderling now can. But a foul behind the play. Ball flicked on. Cleared away by Keiderling. Into Summers. Summers off to Greenberg. Greenberg with the defender on her. Said we'll switch into Hasty, trying to turn around Jordan Kushner. Jordan Kushner forcing in middle. Fika lays it off for where she thought a runner was going to be. The runner was not there, and so it'll be Jumbo's throw. Kushner into the feet of Jumbo's. Bit of trip up there as Lily Keiderling seemed to get her feet caught with Juarez, and it'll be a free kick for the Mammoths And that's just unlucky for the Jumbos. Ball whipped in by Fika. Stood up, flicked on, looking for a free header, but Kylie Logue is off her line and able to get that with ease.
That second header just couldn't get enough power on it from the flick on.
Good boot from Kaylin Logue. And it'll fall to the feet of Lily Kiterling. Lily Kiterling with space. Lily Kiterling will lay it off to Talia Greenberg. Talia Greenberg with space. She'll play it wide to Margot Amir, who can turn and run at Hollingsworth. Margot Amir will lay it on, looking for Summers. Summers going to force Zhao to play it out of play, and it'll be a Jumbo's throw. Margot Amir quickly to take into Talia Greenberg. Talia Greenberg backing in on Ralph. Will turn towards the outside. Tries to turn around the other way, but Hollingsworth is there. Nicely won back by Margot Amir. Margot Amir. Now Greenberg with it. And now tries to play Margot Amir, but plays it out of play. Katz and Rosado returning to the game for the Mammoths. Hollingsworth looks for Katz. Katz was not on, and Olivia Patz steps up to deny the ball into Hasty. And once again, Hollingsworth will have a throw. This time into Hasty, but it'll be won by the Jumbos back to Tookie Wilson. Tookie Wilson over the top, looking for the run of Summers. It'll be cleared out only as far as Nam, who will get it looking for a teammate, but no one is there. It'll instead fall for the Jumbos. Summers will lay it off, looking for Liz Reed. Instead, it'll be taken down and played into the middle, looking for Hasty. And now it'll finally find the feet of Talia Greenberg, who will play Tookie Wilson. Wilson will play it wide to Margot Amir. Margot Amir will slope the play down, trying to turn. Pass down the line. Wins another throw for the Jumbos. 15 to go here at Bello. Jumbos seem incredulous of that last call, but the ref rules that there was some sort of impeding action there, and so it'll be a free kick. That ball bounces and is controlled by throw.
I think that some adjustments been able to keep the ball in Amherst's half, so I think that there have been some good tactical moves by head coach Martha Whitning.
Yeah. Amherst with it with Nam. Nam forced back inside, trying to play a teammate. Nothing there, so the Jumbos want to throw. Kushner into Liz Reed. Back to Kushner. Looking as far as the Jumbos get a throw. Kushner. Summers with a nice flick on. Looking for Kiterling, who was making a run, but is cut out nicely by Zhao for yet another Jumbos throw. Jumbos will make a sub. Erin Duncan coming in, replacing Margot Amir.
Into the game for the Jumbos, number 20, Erin Duncan.
Amir coming off having given Liz Reed the beautiful ball that led to the Jumbos' goal. She's been having some success down this right side, but Erin Duncan into the game now for her.
Ariel, is it me, or does it seem like both coaches are playing as if they're expecting this game to go to overtime?
Yeah, both coaches are definitely taking fatigue into account, pulling out some of their starting players in the end of both of these halves with the game tied at both times. So they might be expecting this game to go to overtime, which wouldn't be too different for both of these teams. Amherst has had 3 games go to overtime, and the Jumbos have had 2. So they know how to play in overtime.
Jumbos with the free kick here. Kylie Metcalf to take this one. Ball towards the near post, flicked on dangerously, but is kept in by Fisher. That could have almost been a Jumbo's corner off a ball that barely made it past the first defender. Fisher's punt. Got a lot of boot in this. Metcalf first to it, wins it to Liz Reed. Second ball won in the air by DeLeo. Only as far as Zhao. Zhao tries to turn around Greenberg, can't. DeLeo wins the ball. DeLeo falls down, was not fouled. Kiterling steps in, wins the ball. Only as far as Hasty. Hasty down the line looking for Pats. Cass looking to turn. Forced back, picked off by Liz Reed. Liz Reed lays it off for Tookie Wilson. Tookie Wilson looking to switch it for Summers. Cut out nicely by Zhao. Zhao wide looking for Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth tries to get to that ball, but Olivia Patch makes a nice step. Jumbo's looking to turn. Said it'll be taken by the Mammoths. That is Juarez. Juarez tries to turn around. That is Stephanie DeLeo. Stephanie DeLeo having none of it, and she will control and slow it back down for the Jumbos to Jordan Kushner. Jordan Kushner into the feet of Summers with a nice layoff, looking for the run of Greenberg. Greenberg was not making that run. Instead, it'll be controlled by the Mammoths. Sloppy touches here from the Mammoths. Can Erin Duncan get to that ball? She can't, but she will force it out for a Jumbo's throw. Nicely by Summers. Greenberg taken down. Erin Duncan tries to go around her. Cannot. There'll be a sub here for the Jumbos. Sarah Sullivan will be coming in for Juarez.
Into the game for Amherst, number 26, Sarah Sullivan.
Ball bouncing around. Pats puts a boot under it. That's a dangerous looking ball. Liz Reed can get there. Liz Reed tries to direct it on net, but no power on that shot, and it'll be easily taken by Fisher.
Looked like that might have been a deliberate pass to the goalie that she picked up, but I guess because it was bouncing, the ref deemed that it wasn't an intentional pass. Normally you can't pick those up as a goalie.
You're right. I didn't even realize. And now looks to switch it through. Duncan cutting on. Lays it off for Greenberg. Greenberg wide to Liz Reed. Lining up in the box. Ball across. Headed away. Only as far as Liz Reed at the top of the box. Liz Reed trying to turn outside. Liz Reed will force it out for a Jumbo's throw. Ball bouncing around, and now the Mammoths are able to control, and that's Sarah Sullivan. Sarah Sullivan running. Keiderling over to counter. Keiderling over to force the ball down the line. Hasty will get there. Hasty trying to turn around Tookie Wilson. Tookie Wilson forces it out for a throw. The Jumbos can reset.
16, what are you coming in for?
18. Jumbos will make another sub. It'll be Casey Lamb coming in for Stephanie DeLeo. Fighting forward on the wing is Liz Reed, who wins it to Greenberg. Greenberg shielding well. Greenberg looking to play Erin Duncan through, cut out nicely by Zhao as Duncan was through if that was not made. Instead, it'll be taken by Hollingsworth.
Duncan's been making some good runs, and they just haven't quite been able to find her.
Cut in. Jumbo's able to possess it back. Duncan nicely into Summers now. Summers with hold-up play. Summers wins it off of two Mammoths for a Jumbo's throw. Lamb will now come in for DeLeo. It seems as if the Jumbos are honestly content to play this to overtime, knowing that they're going to have the fresher legs. Flicked on nicely by Summers. However, no one was there to make that run. Cut out nicely by Keiderling. Lily Keiderling here in the midfield wins it. Now Greenberg. Greenberg can't quite keep it under possession. And now it'll be controlled by Katz. Katz, Pauling's runner. That'll be flicked out for once again a Mammoth throw. Back to Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth to Pats. Flicked on. Wilson gets rid of it only as far as Zhao. Zhao tries to play it down the line. Hollingsworth will try and keep it in. Erin Duncan fighting against her in the corner. And it'll be one out for a Mammoths corner. Pass to take. Mammoths lining up. Scattered in the box. Too short. Pats is going to take, or Katz, sorry, is going to take for the Mammoths. Ball in towards the back post. Free header over the bar. That is a free header that popped there. Coming to Hollingsworth, but she just could not keep it on target. Erin Duncan coming back out. It was a great spell from her. Margot Mir back in. Logue right into Margot Mir. Margot Mir could not control that. It'll be an Amherst throw. Down the line, won nicely by Pats. Now Isabel Stern chasing it. Metcalf is there, out for another Amherst corner. Jumbo's getting all the way back now.
Jumbo's going to have to do some good defending on these corners. There's just about 6 minutes left. They definitely do not want to give up a goal here.
Ball in towards the back post. Away by Kaylin Logue. And then it'll go out for a Jumbo's goal kick. That one is controlled nicely by Casey Lamb. Casey Lamb being pulled back. Ref says play on. She'll play it wide to Liz Reed anyway. Now laid off for Casey Lamb. Casey Lamb bouncing around in the box. Bouncing around still. Out to Liz Reed. Liz Reed will have a hit on her right foot. Liz Reed skating wide and out of play for a goal kick.
Really, really good run by Casey Lamb down that left side. Able to get a ball in. Just cut out by Hollingsworth, the left back, and wasn't able to get to Amir, but she was there if that ball was able to get through.
For sure, for sure.
Patience Coombe, the goal scorer for Amherst, now back on the pitch.
In the air, bounces over Keiderling. Tried to flicked on by Coombe. Instead, it'll be won by the Jumbos, controlled by Talia Greenberg, who has to dodge her own teammate, but is able to control it. Tries to play it down the line, looking for Summers. It'll instead end up with Summers. Summers gets absolutely leveled on a dangerous tackle there by Hollingsworth. Summers is hit in the head, and she is down.
Looked like that might have been head-to-head collision a little bit, or shoulder to head.
I'm honestly shocked that was not a yellow card. That was a dangerous play with no intent to play the ball.
McDevitt in for Summers for the moment. It looks like Summers might come back in, but...
Yeah, league rules dictate you have to come out if a head injury is expected. This will be a free kick to be taken by Olivia Pats. Olivia Pats with a good ball towards the back post. Stood up. Flicked on nicely by Greenberg, bouncing around in the box. Liz Reed tries to win it. Bouncing towards the top. McDevitt with a shot. Cleared only as far as Casey Lamb. Casey Lamb will have it down. Plays it nicely into McDevitt. McDevitt trying to turn. Ball bouncing around. Won nicely by Kylie Metcalf. Second ball. Pats tries to get it. Jordan Kushner plays it down. And it'll go out for an Amherst throw deep in their own territory. 4 minutes to go here at Bello.
Amherst putting their starters back in, hoping for one last push. The Jumbos hoping for the same thing, to pin Amherst deep in their own territory here.
Jumbos are able to win a throw. Liz Reed to take. Nicely into Millie McDevitt. McDevitt lays it off nicely for Casey Lamb. Casey Lamb now against two. Is able to control it. Looks to stand up a ball towards Margot Amir, but coughed by Fisher, who came off her line. Margot Amir had a step on Hollingsworth. That ball is in the air. Lamb knocks it down. Greenberg's able to control it. Greenberg seems to have been hit, but is able to play on. It'll be taken by Margot Amir. Now Juarez plays it back to Hollingsworth. Now into Hasty. Hasty trying to turn around Pats. Able to keep it in. Able to try and turn it on to Pats, but nicely stepped by Keiderling. Keiderling into Margot Amir. Defender on her back. Margot Amir plays it right off the defender for a Jumbo's throw. Olivia Pats to take. 2.5 to go. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more chances in regulation. That one's over the head of both who went for it. This one's to Keiderling. Keiderling with a good header, looking for Lamb. That ball is flicked on. Bounces weird. Zhao will get rid of it, only as far as Coombe. Controlled by Keiderling, back to Tookie Wilson. Tookie Wilson looking for someone in the midfield, is not controlled. Instead it'll be Coombe. Coombe over the top looking for Hasty. Hasty against Olivia Patch plays the ball looking for Landau, but is cut out nice half from Logue. That ball bounces. McDevitt almost was through there. Instead, Kiterling has to step in. Does. And it'll be 1-4-8. What's the call? The call is a free kick for Amherst.
Looked like the ref was trying to play advantage there, but then Amherst didn't win the ball, and now they've got a free
Amherst
kick.
sending everyone up. Zhao to take. Jumbos with everyone back. Ball whipped in. Bouncing around in the box. Flicked on. Towards the back post. Caught by Kalen Lowe. 1 minute to go.
Maybe one last push for the Jumbos here. Big boot.
That's going to, if that bounces, that could be trouble. That's going to get open.
For either team, so we will. All right, so right before we start overtime here, this weekend the Jumbos are hosting their annual Play for Pink Day. Play for Pink benefits the Living Beyond Breast Cancer organization, which is dedicated to giving people with breast cancer longer lives and better outcomes, donating 100% of funds raised to breast cancer research. It's organized by the Tufts Student Athlete Advisory Committee. The Jumbos will be doing their part by collecting donations and selling T-shirts at concessions at each of the home games. On the field, all Tufts teams will be wearing pink warm-up shirts, shoelaces, tape, and other items to show their support. And if you're interested in donating or learning more about Play for Pink, you can find more information on gotuftsjumbos.com.
Goal kick here for Amherst towards the beginning of overtime. We're about 30 seconds in. Both teams looking for that golden goal to go home with the win today. One out for Jumbo's throw. Lily Sykes to take. Sykes nicely in to Summers on the wing. Summers the good turn, cuts a ball in, looking for Margot Amir. Just missed on the flick on. That ball is going to stay in, it looks like, and be taken by Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth looking to send a ball down the line, cut out brilliantly by Pats. DeLeo will now control into Summers. Summers with 2 on her. Tries to leave it behind for a teammate, but cannot quite do that. Landau trying to turn, not going to happen. Sykes and Wilson will combine to take that ball. Casey Lamb now. Sykes gives it away. Lamb with a loose, sloppy pass, but Wilson responds, giving it to Margot Amir, excuse me. Summers now. And now into the feet of Sierra Rosado. Rosado looking, has runners in. Plays it wide for Landau. Landau looking to put a ball in across. Landau, a dangerous tackle in there from the Jumbos, but it is all good as she got all ball there, did Lily Sykes. Any piece of Landau, and that would have been a penalty with the game on the line. Fought for in the corner. And it'll be 1 for a Mammoths throw. Landau goes down in the box. Ref rules penalty. Wow. What a decision. What a decision. The Jumbos, both on the field and on the bench, seem in shock. What a call. Alexa Juarez lining up. Kayla Moog on her line. Juarez getting set. Juarez with a kick. Scores! And that is the game. Amherst wins 2-1 in overtime in a heartbreaking loss for the Jumbos. Jumbos on the field, still pleading their case. I don't know what that call was, but unfortunately, the Jumbos lose a heartbreaker on senior night. Many disappointing takeaways from today. What's your biggest one, Ariel?
Well, you never really want to see a referee decide the outcome of a game, but I think this was a really good showing by the Jumbos today. They had a lot of good possession and created a lot of good chances. They just weren't able to put enough of them away to keep Amherst from winning this one. Unfortunately, this is a blow to Tufts NESCAC hopes, but they will end up in the playoffs most likely, just in a lower seed.
Yeah, and I think for all the result did, I think the way they played today kind of proves this team's legit, especially if they get some of those pieces back. They can compete with anyone in this league, and they know it.
Yeah, Amherst was the favorite coming into today with a 9-1-1 record and a really good conference record. But Tufts definitely hung around with them all the way through the end of the game and only lost because of a penalty kick. So it was really encouraging signs for them.
Yeah, tune in here on JumboCast. We will be back in about an hour with the men's soccer game, and we will be here Tuesday night for the women's finale of their home season against UMass Boston.